There's Gwyn. There's XQC. Margalite. Alright. Alright, well, we're gonna just get cozy, I guess. More root trees. I've been thinking about this game, I think, for the last several days. Because I want to know. I don't know. Finding like these mystery games, it's always really fun. Solving mysteries is fun. I know Dora the Explorer did it. Although I guess she was more of an explorer than she was a mystery solver. Although, you know, sometimes exploring solves a mystery, like who swiped all that shit. How come it didn't? It felt like I don't know if this is true or not, but it felt to me like no matter how loudly you yelled at your TV, Swiper, it was like pre-decided if he was gonna swipe or not. You guys felt that way? Like, I don't know. I tried to run an experiment. One time I didn't yell at all, and Swiper ran away. And then another time I was tearing down the house, and Swiper still swiped. So it's concerning stuff. I think maybe there's something bigger at play. Maybe this has to do with Hillary's emails. Anyway, we were looking at this picture last time. All right, let's put that away. I tested it once, but I wasn't sure if someone else was yelling at their TV somewhere else. Oh, you know what? That is important. I never thought about it that way. All right, what is this? This photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, "To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible. And Ernie, more than anyone else on earth, knows how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside the faith to do so." Okay. So they're Jewish. That might be useful later. Ernie was a man full of love, but not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. So wait, so Carl and Brenda. Who the hell is Ernie? I feel like I've forgotten everything already. Ernie was one of the original 5? Or maybe they weren't. I kind of don't remember. Elias Jr., huh? Morden Angelica, housewife. I don't know if I got that right. No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would... Wait, what did I... Huh. Why would Angelica have the same last name? Oh, because they're parents. Okay, wait. What kind of a Morden would this be? Caroline, Gwendolyn, or James? This has to be Caroline or Gwendolyn. I feel like Pepe Sylvia. I know Pepe Sylvia was not the name of the character. It was obviously Charlie. But I feel like I'm making like the Pepe Sylvia thing, and I'm just jumping to conclusions randomly. I didn't even finish reading this. To Carl and Brenda, it's tradition to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie knows how busy your job can be. Well, who the fuck was Ernie? That's what I was doing. There's Gwyn. There's XQC. Margalite.
Go Onion.
Go Onion. Oh my god. I moved everything. Who was that? Ginger Giant. Oh shit. What's up, Ginger Giant? Thank you for the sub. No messages, 1 Prime sub. That's like... That's like the dream. I'm just joking. I'm joking. How are you doing? You have the avatar thingy, right? You have the avatar. You've dressed up as the avatar, which I think is kind of presumptuous of you, but you know, I think you did a great job. God's strongest chatter, and there you go. You ruined it. First time chat. Mods ban this guy. Don't actually ban this guy. Okay, Ernie. Who the fuck was Ernie? This is to Clark, to Carl and Brenda. Hey, Carl and Brenda. Oh, I forget everything. Oh, Yuzu, I have arrived. Well, hello. Oh my god, okay. It took me like half a second to understand who that was. It must be Yuzu. Even after saying it, I had the mental disconnect. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Ernie, how about you become Ernie and get a freaking job, you freeloader? That's true. That's true. It's Sunday though. Tomorrow's actually a holiday. I did want to stream a little bit tomorrow, but that's not happening. Because I'm gonna go see my dad because it's his birthday. They made a holiday for his birthday. It's called Family Day. What do I say? Ernie was a man full of love, not only of his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. As for myself, it's impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless bills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wild expectations. It went unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew it had to be Carl that convinced the trust, and that it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Okay, I don't remember who any of these people were. It's gonna take me a while to get back into this. Your dad's birthday is a national holiday? It's so funny. You guys have President's Day, right? I think it's tomorrow, or is it last Friday? In Canada, we were like, yeah, we need some more holidays. How about Family Day? And then everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. Family Day. Your dad is the president? No, I'm not that tall. Or I guess that's the best kid, right? Is what's his name? Barron Trump? I think that's the best one. Cause he's like 18. Probably really good at COD slurs though. Anyway. Moving on. Your client returns. Blah blah blah. This is a good recap actually. The Roottress sisters and their parents died in a plane crash. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking for some sort of family tree. And then basically that's what we're doing. We're reconstructing the family tree. And then every time we do 9 blood relatives, we get more clues. And also we get the internet. He hasn't had time to do evil yet. He could have done a little evil. But you're right, he hasn't really done too much evil. Too much direct evil. Yeah, this game is sick. So we start off with Gwyneth. Oh, Gwyneth and Gwyn, I get it, named after her grandmother. There's Elias. Oh, you there, boy. Bring me a fancy feast. It's for my kitten, you see. Eat up, dear. You're gonna grow strong and big. God, I wish I was unknown name. Married to Gwyn Roottress. You got that right. You got that fucking right. Ain't that the truth? Okay, let's pick a lead and go for it. Who's that young fella? Who are all these fellas? This is the 5 pieces. This picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. Pop, 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 pop. This is Clancy. Clancy, that's him on the left. Yeah. That's that guy. Unknown occupation? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? He was the president. Maybe. I think so, yeah. Oh no, Zachariah was the president. Never mind, he was not the president. Unknown occupation. Engine, this picture. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Oh, there he is, maybe? Who the hell is that? Bort? My son is also named Bort. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the three of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose, to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Miss Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. I found out years later they never even took a second photo. You know what, though? That's kind of fair. I bet, like, back in the day, to take a photo, you had to, it was like making a obsidian portal, you know? You needed to get, like, a diamond pick. You had to go down into the fucking mines. Probably a bitch and a half to take a photo back then. Okay, so if this is the 5 pieces, that's Miracle over there. Oh, what a fucking cool kid, huh? Although he looks like he's in the SS a little bit, but otherwise. Mr. Morden, who is there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Oh yeah, I forgot I can highlight things. Highlight. Mr. Morden? Who the heck is Mr. Morden? Oh, I guess, Aunt Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn has to be the first daughter. Morden Gwendolyn, yes. But then where's Roottress Gwendolyn? That's Gwen. Roottress Margolite. Margolite sounds like an Elden Ring character, right? Oh, damn it. Okay. I thought there was gonna be, I thought that I was gonna like remove all the like you can't send links anymore, and then the first day I decided to think that we get an advertisement. Stanch, I think I missed you. Sorry. Hello, Stanch. Hope your shift went well. Okay, this might seem sexist to put everybody as the housewife, but there's irrefutable proof that all women of this era were housewives. I know that sounds wrong, but one of the ladies said that. Okay, I'm allowed to say it. This has to be irrefutable. I couldn't refute it, could you? What was their stance on sushi back then? Those goldfish tending... What do they call them? Goldfish tending... I don't remember. I can't believe it. I can't even remember my favorite. Damn, wait. Who does she look more like? I'm gonna go like that, actually. And then... But they both look so similar, you know? Gwendolyn and, like, Margolite and Gwen look very similar. Well, actually, no, just the hair color does. It was this one, right? This is the 5 pieces. This picture is famous. Pop even had a frame that's him on the left. So that's Pop. That leaves that to be the oldest son. Obviously that's, you know. That's the kid. But we can't, damn it. You can't see their skull shapes to see who they married. That's the problem. If we had a 3D biometric scan of their skulls, we would know. Is there anything I'm missing? Phrenology stream? Every stream is a phrenology stream if you know what to look for. Is there like, there has to be a note somewhere. It's like, oh, by the way, Aunt Gwendolyn loved to have a pearl necklace. She loved wearing her pearl necklace. Do I look a bit red? I got lights so that I don't look too bad. Let me try a different light mode. How does that look? Is that better? Ever so slightly? Does that look better? What if I change them both to be white? I'm whitewashing myself. How's that? That looks more natural, I think. Brighter too, though. Okay, I'm not gonna gamble on maybe we'll gamble a little. You know what? They both look like Lady Gaga, so we're gonna make them connect. No, it wasn't correct. It wasn't correct. Okay. Real phrenologist plays the Roottress. It would be like a Wired video, and then it would just be like an 80-year-old like quack scientist with like wearing like those goggles. Like, yes. He'll have like a vaguely German accent explaining everything. It's like, you can tell from the upper scalp that they have no brains for this job. You know, I bet phrenologists would be really into DEI, right? They would love to claim everything is DEI. Oh, he couldn't have got that job. Look at the skull shape. Oh, his left major band. He had no markings of being a pilot. All right, maybe there's something here. Who are all these people? This is the Wild Bunch, right? The next generation. The best Star Trek, perhaps? An attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo for all time's sake we gathered in the warehouse for. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left. Since he looked a lot like Pop did. So that has to be Eli, right? Who looks the most like Pop? Also, follow-up question, who's Eli? But I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. Who's Sam? Is Sam that little kid? Wait, is Sam a boy or a girl? Damn. Sam could be any gender. It's a very ambiguous name. You know how they say that when kids go off to summer, they lose like 80% of everything they learned or whatever, unless you send them to Kumon or whatever. I feel that way about this game. I went off to summer camp, or I guess winter camp. Although winter camp sounds more like a hard labor detention center than it does somewhere fun for the kids. But yeah. Oh, maybe that's not Root Tree Miracle. Baby's first gulag. He's won. He's won. Look at this guy. Oh, I'm Mr. Zachariah. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to review evidence again. Oh, I made notes. Maybe my notes are useful. CM. Oh. Mr. Morden, who was there. Tommy Mark Sheridan. Oh, who cares? Time marches onward. Drug use. Amazing. 5 pieces. Family Man, The Root Tree Legacy. Wait, this might be a good by Bess William. There's no downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find these days. Like his great-grandson. Carl Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Yeah. We have Carl here. Teen Blast. Why did I highlight Teen Blast? Right. Okay, so Elias invents the 5 flavors. What that, honey? No, just revulcanize the tires, post haste. Can you send the 430 auto gyro to Siam? Alright, where are the 5 pieces, the originals? What is this? Oh my god, this is so many people. Flower Power. Oh, this guy must be Eli. Hello OLC. This man is in his late 20s fantasizing about simpler times. I can't read that. You know I can't read that. I'm not allowed. The road trees would hold a big reunion. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's teenager. Carl's a teenager in the middle. Sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. On the back of the photo in childish writing, it says November. Hey, Bonnie. Next president, Guy Hudson. Guy Hudson was the next president. Ernie Jr. Carolyn Gwyneth M. Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark, Carl, and Eli M. Oh, there's so much to unpack there. I think I gotta figure out who the hell Ernie is. I think we already figured it out last time. I just forget it entirely. Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is in this photo. You never ask a lady if she's pregnant. You let her tell you. But is this lady pregnant? This is important. Are you okay? She's okay. I'm okay, Dad. So many pictures here. That's Miracle Jr. Okay. There we go. More like the poop trees. The hands say yes? Oh, true, yeah. That's how you cup a baby. All these white people. You can't say that, Forrest. You're not allowed to say that. You just said it. No, I was quoting you. It's like when your class is reading Tom Sawyer, and then it gets to like a passage with the N-word. And then you're like, I'm gonna say it this time, and then you never say it, because why would you say it? This is a different sweater, leave me alone. I do that after eating Chinese food. Yeah, I mean, I don't, obviously all the things about the MSG stuff is bullshit, but then a lot of people do eat way too much Chinese food when they get it. Who is this? Jim and Diamond. Jim. Did I get Jim yet? Jim Roottress. Got that shit on for real today. Thank you. I think. Look at this guy. This guy looks like he attends Gays for Conservatives rallies. Sorry. Sorry, he just has that evil look to him, you know? Just, it doesn't look right. And then that's XQC, I already made that joke. And that's Grandpa who like pretends he's blind, and then he always walks around with his hands out trying to feel ladies up. I don't know if that was a real that was a real job or nothing, but that's my strat. Blind guy McSqueezy. It's strong. It's a good look. Well, not a good look. Head lawyer. He was a lawyer. Oh my god, lawyer. There we go. Blind guy McSqueezy is a very strong strat. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. You look like this lady. Oh, but maybe she wasn't a housewife. Margalite Roottress. Let's Google her. Let's Google pictures of her. Margalite. No. Maybe she got married. No, she never got married. A lawyer just for her head? Damn, different times, I guess. Have you never watched Futurama? That's in the future. The Butler Times have been around a long time. You find ads in the 1950s that happen to list Gwyn Roottress' names in cast lists for the films they were showing. Almost all of them are for Guys Like Us and Christmas Mission. This game has a Windows 96 interface? It does! Because it's in 1998. No, we're not going to be playing They Not Like Us, chat. That's why I don't like the song. Is because you go to a fucking... Like, I went to a sushi restaurant for omakase, and they were playing it. And I'm like, are you serious? Song's like 5 minutes long. Also, all the words in it. And, yeah. And then... is the omakase like $500? No? No, it just means chef's choice or whatever. The chef could charge you $500, they could charge you a lot fewer dollars. You find some information on the website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. Two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life. The title is a play on words. As yes, I get it. That's not trivia. Trivia is not explained. Peter Explains the Joke is not a trivia fact. Leslie Florence and Harrison Lane. Harrison Lane was a television actor. Huh. He played his twin brother. He has no connection, and he seems to be a dead end. Okay. Leslie Florence. There isn't even a Did You Know trivia section for her. Damn. That's how I'm gonna go. They're not even gonna have a did you know section for me. Yeah, Chef seems to love to charge a lot of money. If I was a chef, I would choose a big number to charge my customers. If I was a customer, I'd pay it. Wait, no, that's not how that... You're supposed to be saying, if I was like a customer, I wouldn't pay it. Christmas Mission is on the page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I, released in 1955, that received poor reviews and lost the studio money. Gwen Roottress had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. You find no additional relevant information. Alright, she's kind of well known. Did you know? Yeah, she's a granddaughter of Elias Roottress. She shouldn't have been named Roottress, but her father took her mother's name. Oh, snap. But it's Margolite, right? Or is it Gwendolyn? No, it has to be... Gwendolyn has to be here because she has a different last name. So, yeah, okay. Damn, look at this. I still don't know if that's her. Looks like Lady Gaga. This looks like Lady Gaga in A Star Is Burns. Probably. He got that look of Burnsing. Wait, no, it's A Star Is Born, right? It's not A Star Is Burns. I can only think of the Simpsons episode. Is that not Roottress Elias Jr.? Also known as Roottress Elias Jr. Okay, so she has 3 younger brothers. Complaints. Gwen was an only child. Aunt Margot. Margot. Okay, yeah, so that's how I know it's Margot. Like, what does Aunt Margot do? I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. Okay, so they were both blondes. Blondes just have more fun or whatever, right? Starlet. Let's read Starlet. Starlet was a magazine. Generally, it was a tabloid. She was often in Starlet. Most mentions were around the time of her divorce from Wild Bill Williams. Wild Bill Will. Okay. I guess they were faking. Now, she announced her divorce. She also announced she was pregnant again. Others mentioned the rumor is Wild Bill had multiple affairs. Affairs is what I call it when something's not close, which left her heartbroken. There's also an interview from earlier where she asked about her last name. The power of a name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of family names and honoring them. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall. But Roottress has power. My husband similar goes by Wild Bill. It's an infamous name he repurposed for himself because he didn't want to be the benefit of being born with a famous one. But Wild compared with the alliteration Williams is incredibly memorable. Although we've relocated to Paris, I know your readers love to keep up with my husband, so consider this a Starlet exclusive of both of us. We have a child on the way. We're sticking with Roottress for the last name, not Williams. We also plan to lean into alliteration. Okay. Fucking, why is she's... It's Ancient Sphinx Riddle posting? Oops. Lauren is an annoying hater. Grow up, it's been 30 years. I think she's dead. Pretty sure she's dead. Wait, so Cornwall. The hell's Cornwall? Wait, my gram. Okay, wait, so Cornwall was her father's last name. Linus? Linus Sex Tips? Is that you? And then William. Wild Bill. Wild Bill and I have a kid. Okay, let's look up Wild Bill actually, because that feels like a name. Or Starlet. Wild Bill. Wild Bill Williams was mentioned throughout. His real name, Walter Forsythe. Okay. Okay, what are we reading? Oh my god, he's been in the public with blondes. Mostly. 3 specific passages stand out. His name, the second is an interview, although he doesn't mention her by name, you determine from context he's talking about Gwen Roottress. And apologies to all the ladies, I'm actually taken. Earlier this year, I did a friend a favor. He was directing a war movie and asked me to play a small part. Wouldn't you know it, that son of a bitch cut me from the picture. I'm just ribbing. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. He like hits you with one of these. Because he's mad. That was my mad look. Apparently the studio didn't want to pay for a star of my caliber. I got the last laugh though. I met someone. She spent most of the film crying. A woman, right? In soldier wife movies. But even through the tears, she was incredible. That's problematic. I don't know if you should... Is that good to be... whatever. I'm not gonna read into psychology. I can only do that if I see his head shape. I know I tend to have a reputation, but this one's true love. I only have eyes for her. Ironically, the third is a rumor that his divorce from Gwen was due to multiple affairs, including one with another actress. An American reader on vacation in Paris claims to have overheard Wild Bill and Gwen arguing in public while she was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. Not long after she announced she was divorcing Wild Bill. Okay, so this guy's probably also a Roottress, right? But like Will with like a W? Wolf? Is that... No, that can't be Wolf. Who the fuck is Wolf then? Wolf is somebody else's kid. Miranda was furious none of the sons would take it. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. Ain't nobody got time for candy. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family. Clancy, I think, should be the oldest kid, no? Oh, he is. Right. He was the professor. Mr. Clancy Jr. Is it Clancy Roottress Jr. or Roottress Clancy Jr.? How do you type that? Clancy Roottress Jr. Theory articles. Clancy Roottress. Wow. The root tree doesn't fall far from the forest. Sorry. That was meek. Nothing relevant. Business Watch. The Clan's Trust. The Clan's Trust! Yes, okay. For context, it's clear that it allowed the entire Roottress family to earn money based on the profits of their company, candy company. The first article you can find mentions that the infallible legal aspects of it were designed by Clancy Edward Roottress. You might find more information online. Oops. Clan's Trust. Pronounced Clansid. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay, Clancy Trust is a highly unusual corporate arrangement named after Clancy Edward Roottress, who was Elias's son and Roottress Candy Company's head lawyer at the time. Due to its unique nature, it's often brought up in online discussions as an oddity. Fixed percentage are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth. Each blood relative at birth and first successful when they reach 18. Literally trust fund kids. Word Ron mogged you? Yeah, that's true. The actual numbers have never fully been disclosed to the public. It is a significant amount of money. I read periodicals without acting weird about it. Yeah, I guess you could call me a feminist. Us too. The Clancy Trust is known for being essentially impossible to get around due to many checks and balances written into it. Didn't they say that about the Constitution? Still, there have been a few situations in which family members have tried to forcibly remove another member from the trust. It's handled internally. University law lecture, the Roottress versus PR. 5-piece guarantee. The 5-piece guarantee if you fuck with me. Right? Sorry. That was uncalled for. Roottress versus RR, not PR. Find very few details about this particular incident. A student that attended the lecture about it wrote the following on Legal Oddity's website. From what I can tell, RR attempted unsuccessfully to remove a fellow member from the trust. It is said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock, and second, they committed a significant crime against a family member. Still, wow, okay, wait, this has to be, one of Gwyneth's bastard children, right? What does out of wedlock mean, by the way? If you read the Federalist Papers, you find out just how dumb and fucking obtuse the founding fathers were. Is there like can you Wikipedia article that for me? Like just a quick plot summary. Thank you. I'm gonna highlight that. Yeah, let's do a periodical search for it. They weren't married, okay. He who saves his company does not violate any trust. I don't... That's too... Business Watch. Starlet. You think that Teen Blast will have a reference to the to this legal precedent? What about the 5-piece guarantee? Wait, did I even Google it? No, I didn't, did I? Combination with the Clancy Trust was Elias Roottress' attempt to ensure the Roottress Candy Company would remain a family business for eternity. In isolation, it's somewhat baffling. The yearly salary of Roottress presidents is always locked at the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. Damn, $4 a year! Wow. See, so it was 25 cents a year, now it's $4 a year. And so I think, what's it, every 34 years, the value, like 8 tuples or whatever, and that's called inflation. So if you're more interested in this, you can Google inflation rule 34 to learn more. Combined with the Clancy Trust, however, it makes a bit more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president. And he knew that because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. No. No, you gotta pay CEOs. You gotta peg like the price of paying a CEO 1,000 times the hourly wage of the minimum wage worker. That's the only way you ensure that you get the best possible talent who make great decisions, like starting an NFT market. Whether or not this was a smart or successful decision is widely debated, both online and in person, by economics enthusiasts of all levels of expertise. If this guy's business acumen was so unparalleled, why'd he fucking die? You'll never know. Okay, so Clancy would have wanted it, but he's not. He's the one who was volunteered. It said it ended up going to Zach, even though his surname doesn't match the candy. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Angie's older than Zach. Okay, so this has to be Angie, right? Angie? I mean, Angelica, I guess. That has to be the name of the lady. Angelica. But they just laughed. Mother ever the quick-witted countered. Maybe they wanted to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Yeah, look at that quick wit on her. On Mother. Mother dear. Okay, Sam. Had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Wedding. Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. Uncle Junior's. Patsy. What is Patsy a short form for? Patricia? It has to be, right? Has to be one of these ladies. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Eli. Elias Miracle, maybe? Makes sense to me for now. Sam gave him some old tools. None of us think that was proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seemed thrilled. Outsider is cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. There's a lot to unpack there. This is not too strong of a banter game. It's a Metroid, it's a Thinko, what'd you guys call it? A Thinkivania? A Metroid Thinko? Brainworm Mania. I forget what you guys called it, but it's a very thinky game. But then again, it is a Drew-like. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. Clark and Danielle. That has to be her. Yes, Frank's Danielle. Oh, interesting. I got that right. Clark Rafferty? Maybe he can be Googleable. Few fan sites from the band Jim and Diamond seem to mention that he used to make music with Clark Rafferty. These times. A band called Clark. C&J plus J&D released one single called These Times. Someone with the username XXX Diehard Dazzler XXX scanned the cover and noted that it cost him over $200 at auction. Apparently this was Jim Roottress and Diamond LaRue's first song together. He also mentioned that it was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister. Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister. That was the only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later works. Can't find anything else about XXX Diehard Dazzler. Wait, so Jim Roottress and Diamond LaRue. Okay, so who would Jim be here? This has to be Jim Roottress. because they're famous, I think. Let me look at the list of famous people. Oh, the interface is good. It's just my dumbass keeps like clicking the wrong thing every single time. Yeah, that has to be Jim. Okay. Where's Jim? Jim. James. He was a singer. Actor, performer? What do you, it's a singer, right? He was a baby. He was a dancer? Well, but no, not just a dancer. He was a musician. Well done. Okay. We just got more blood relatives. Look at these pictures. Booyah! All right, that'll do it for this episode. Oh, never mind. Let's get to this thing.
It's time for
Look at that password.
Once an hour, every hour on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale. In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottress's belongings have apparently gone missing.
Wait, missing?
A framed photo of the Roottress family from the mid-1960s.
I thought this lady worked for them.
Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist.
Oh my God, she's a Satanist.
Thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News.
That's so funny. Can you imagine? You're on the you're like driving, and the fucking the news report is like, go online and look up our news article about this. All right, anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.